Hello everyone, welcome back. If you don't know, we make sewing patterns made especially for drag queens, and today I'm going to show you how to sew our Clown Ruffle Sleeve Shrug. It's made in our usual drag queen sizes from extra small to 4X, however this is a unisex pattern and can be worn by any gender that fits within the size measurements provided. You can download this pattern at katkow.net, part of our Halloween 2025 collection. Let's get started. Once you download and print the pattern, you can assemble the pages. For detailed instructions on printing and assembly, watch this video linked at the top. Once assembled, you should have the following paper pattern pieces. 1 collar ruffle, 1 collar, 1 collar flounce piece, 1 sleeve piece, 1 sleeve flounce, 1 cuff ruffle, 1 yoke, and 1 shoulder flounce piece. For the fabric, I'm using a non-stretch, medium-weight polyester in a soft pink color. You'll also need about 25 meters, or 30 yards, of double-folded bias trim. Yes, this garment will require a lot. In addition, you'll need snaps and a snap tool for the collar, as well as small pieces of fusible interfacing to reinforce the area behind the snaps. Let's review how your fabric pieces should be cut. For the sleeves, you should have 2 pieces, each cut on a folded edge of the fabric. The collar ruffle should be cut on a fold, creating 1 long piece. The collar itself should be 2 pieces. For the yoke, cut 2 pieces, each on a fold. For the cuff ruffle, cut 2 pieces, also each on a fold. For the collar flounce, cut 2 pieces, each on a fold. For the shoulder flounce, cut 4 separate pieces in total. And for the sleeve flounce, cut 8 pieces total, with each one cut on a fold. For sewing, we'll start with the sleeve flounce pieces. Take 2 of the 8 pieces and stack them together with the right sides facing each other. Pin or clip them along one end only, then sew the edge using a straight stitch. Once sewn, finish the raw edges with a serger or overlock stitch. Spread the 2 pieces open, and press the seam if you wish. Keep the flounce open and do not sew the other ends together, these flounces will be spread across the sleeve pieces. Repeat this step for the remaining sleeve flounce pieces until you have 4 total flounce rows, 2 for each sleeve. Similarly, for the collar flounce pieces, sew the 2 pieces together along one end, then finish the seam with a serger. Keep the opposite end open and set it aside for later. For the shoulder flounce pieces, take 2 pieces and sew them together along one end the same way. For the opposite sleeve, mirror the remaining 2 shoulder flounce pieces and sew them together the same way. Now gather 1 sleeve and 1 yoke piece. Fold both the yoke and the sleeve in half and clip a small notch at the halfway point, where they will meet later. Next, clip into the inner seam allowance of the flounce pieces. Use the paper pattern as a guide to make small snips along the curved seam allowance. This will help the flounces spread across the width of the sleeve smoothly. Here's an example of how the sleeve pieces will be assembled. Place 1 sleeve flounce at the top of the sleeve, and the other 2 flounce rows at the guides marked on the paper pattern. The flounces should be evenly spread across the width of the sleeve. Before sewing the flounces to the sleeve, add the bias trim along the raw edges of all the flounce pieces. There are two ways you can do this, depending on your bias trim. First method, place the bias trim right sides facing the right side of the flounce, sew it in place, then flip the trim over to the back and top stitch it down. Second method, insert the raw edge directly into the folded bias trim and top stitch everything down at once. Once the bias trim is attached to all of the flounce pieces, you can start assembling the sleeves. We will first sew the two sleeve flounce pieces to the sleeve, aligning each one with its dedicated placement line. Flip the flounce so the right side is facing the right side of the sleeve, positioned upside down. Pin it in place and sew it down along the seam allowance edge. Once sewn, flip the flounce right side over and trim any excess raw fabric underneath. Then top stitch the flounce down to secure it and hide the raw edge. Repeat this process for both flounce rows. For the top shoulder flounce, pin the curved edge of the flounce along the top edge of the sleeve where it meets the yoke. Then pin the armhole of the flounce to the armhole of the sleeve. Stitch those down, following the seam allowance. Next, attach the yoke to the top edge of the sleeve. Pin it in place, making small clips into the sleeve fabric if needed so it curves smoothly around the yoke. Sew the yoke in place. Then finish by serging the raw edges around the yoke, the armhole, and the area where the yoke and sleeve meet. Next, sew down the flounce ends along the sides of the sleeve. Pin them so they align with the sleeve edges and stitch them in place to keep them secure. Once done, fold the sleeve entirely in half with right sides facing each other, pin the sleeve sides together, and sew along the side seam. After sewing, serge the raw edges of the sleeve side seam, then flip the sleeve right side out. Repeat the same steps for creating the opposite sleeve. To create the collar, start by folding the collar ruffle vertically in half. Then fold the collar ruffle ends right sides facing each other and sew them together. Once sewn, trim any excess fabric, flip the ruffle right side out, and press the fold in place. Next, gather or fold the collar ruffle to create evenly spaced ruffles. The finished width of the ruffle should match the width of one collar piece, leaving about half an inch of space on each side, roughly 1 inch shorter than the total collar width. Then sew the ruffles in place to secure them. Place the ruffled piece in between the two collar pieces, right sides facing each other, and sew along the ruffled edge. At this stage, fuse a small piece of interfacing to the collar ends where the snaps will be installed, on the wrong side of the fabric. Then sew the collar ends right sides together. Trim any excess seam allowance, and flip the collar right side out. Finally, top stitch along the side edges and the ruffled edge for a clean finish. Next, attach the collar flounce to the collar. Start by hemming the ends of the collar flounce separately. First serge the edges, then fold them over and top stitch them down. Then make small cuts along the inner curve of the flounce to help it stretch evenly to match the collar width. Pin the collar flounce to the raw edge of the collar, right sides facing each other, and sew it in place. Once sewn, attach the sleeve yokes to the dedicated notches on the collar. The yoke should be positioned underneath the collar flounce, with the right side of the yoke facing the wrong side of the flounce. Once the yokes are attached to the flounce and the collar, serge along the raw edge to finish it. Next, add the cuff flounces. Similar to the collar ruffle, fold each cuff flounce vertically in half and sew the ends together, right sides facing each other. Trim the seam allowance, flip the ends right side out, and press the folded edges. Gather or ruffle the cuff so the total width matches the bottom edge of the sleeve, then sew the ruffles in place. Attach the cuff ruffles to the raw sleeve edge, right sides facing each other, and sew along that edge. Then serge the raw edges for a clean finish. Repeat this process for both sleeves. Finally, install the snaps on the collar. You can add as many snaps as you like. In this tutorial, I'm adding 2 on each end. Follow your snap tool instructions. The female snaps go on the underside, and the male snaps go on top. Once the snaps are installed, your Clown Ruffle Sleeve Shrug is complete. You should also use extra bias trim as ribbons to tie bows around the collar and the sleeves, at the elbow and wrist. Please tag us in your creations at Katkow on Instagram and TikTok. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more drag queen sewing patterns and tutorials.